I'm lesbian, but I'm starting to develop feelings for my childhood best friend, and I think he is too. How do I confess without ruining our friendship? I thought for so long and so hard about the best way to confess to my best friend that I am in fact in love with him, but every time I tried I chickened out at the last second. I ended up calling a very close friend of mine and asking her for advice, and me and her made a bet that either I ask him out this week or I owe her $200. This was the only way to get me to do it. And so a few days later, when my best friend and I both had no assignments due and were sitting down and watching a movie, I decided to just do it. Call me Steph. I was about to shoot my shot. Before I could, however, I think I appeared to be extremely nervous because my best friend asked me if I was okay. I asked him to pause the movie. When he did, I told him I wanted to tell him something important. I started stammering over my sentences, however, as soon as I started speaking, and he came over to sit beside me and held my hand, telling me to breathe. My heart was racing when he did this. I started talking very quietly, and while looking at the floor I started telling him about how I always thought I was lesbian, but now that I'm living with him he is making me reconsider that. While still looking at the floor, I told him that he was my oldest and best friend and I would never trade that for anything in the world, but my feelings